Hi, welcome back. In the last lecture, we retrospect the basic usage of the JUnit 3, but quickly way. In this lecture, we will use the same way and with quickly respect the JUnit 4. And then we will make a simple comparison between the JUnit 3 and 4. So I created a new main package and named JUnit 4 in advance. Then let's introduce the JUnit 4 dependency in our um, POM configuration files at here. Dependency, yeah, and dependency JUnit artifactory ID and group ID is the JUnit 2. The version we use the latest version. Okay, the scope is the test scope. All right. Uh, let's define a test case class at here. Define the package, and the class name is JUnit 4 standard test. From the development experience, the biggest difference between 3 and JUnit 4 is we will no need extend test case class anymore. And we will no need to define the test method start by test 3. Yeah. So we will no need to extend test class, base class. Here we define the variable named is a string list type. Okay, export the list, simple list. Okay, the name of the list is enough, and we can define the setup method do some initialize work, but we will no need to overwrite the setup method like the JUnit 3 way. So we just annotate this method by before annotation. Released. Okay, and we define the test method at one at first into list. Okay. So as you can see, so we will no need to define the test method start by test, but you need to annotate by test annotation provided by JUnit 4. Assert 2, okay, as a list at 1, okay. And also we can define the more test method at the test class as the second element as a 2. As we know, the teardown method will be execution after every test method, and very similar like the setup method. Okay, the setup method will before the test method execution will be running. Actually, I have the diagram showed in the PowerPoint slide. As you can see, the before annotation will be execution before the test method, and then we're after, and then the before and test method after. So we can do some assertion at or some action at the teardown method after. tear down. We just clear. Okay, we can assert equals that equals expected values is 1 and actually values we need to invoke the list size method. Okay, execution this test class. The all of the test method will be execution. All right, the two test method is execution successfully. From the PowerPoint, as you can see, besides the before and after annotations, JUnit 4 provided additional annotation is the before class and after class. As it seems is much richer than JUnit 3 or all right, let's demo the JUnit before class and after class usage. String is the we can define it as a class level list. Okay, I'm already completed the before class and after class method um, program. As you can see, it's very similar like the before and after, but it has different mature because for before class will be execution at the first of the test method, and the destroy method will be execution after the last test method. At here we do some initialized action at like the create the array list, and here and we do some clear. Actually, we can add the um, assertion statement for the class level list. Okay, we also add the elements into this list, and in this method we do the same step, same action. But we will make sure um, the after class will be execution only one times, and after the last max method test method execution, we do some assertion at here. List size will equal be 2, right? Okay, execution this test class. All right, all the test method execution successfully. Okay, let's do some simple comparisons between the JUnit 3 and the JUnit 4. From the diagram and the table, you can find the JUnit 4 life cycle method is much richer than JUnit 3. As you can see, JUnit 3 must start by test to dedicate this is a test method, but JUnit 4 just use the test annotation to annotate. And JUnit 3 not provided the run execution running and before the first test, but in JUnit 4 provided the before class annotation. And in JUnit 3 also not provided run after all of the test method, but in JUnit 4 is provided the after class annotation. The setup, mapping to before teardown, mapping to after, and JUnit 3 not provided the ignore or skip the test method execution, but JUnit 4 provided the ignore annotation to do that. That is the mainly um, difference between the development experience, but not inside the match them. Okay, actually in the match them, the JUnit 4 use the runner component to um, execution all of the test method, also called as the um, suit method like the before and setup. But in the JUnit 3, all the test methods will be execution by the JUnit 3 framework itself. That is the inside the biggest difference. Also, the JUnit 4 um, provided some suit test like the JUnit 3 suit test suite way, but it but it's easy and more readable in JUnit 4. Let's demo it. We create the JUnit 4 suite test. No need to define the suite method, static method anymore. We just use the annotation. We will meet the first um, runner, run with annotation, suite class. Okay, this is a default. This is a inside runner provided by JUnit 4 framework. And also we need to define the suite class. This is the array, okay, allowed you to define the multiple test class. Execution, run, at here. All right, it's very similar with the JUnit 3, run, okay. Um, Next lecture, we will introduce JUnit runner component and take some demo for very interesting um, runner.